What is going on? Ryan Troy back with another video for you today, and I am happy to bring you the Evoto 4.3 update that I've been waiting for. And once you see some of these features, maybe you've been waiting for it too and just don't even realize it. But before we get into that, I want to give you my vision as far as what it is that I was going for. I wanted to make sure I got a photo where I had a person legs, then them holding the legs, and then a miniature one of them in between it. So basically 3 different sets. Now you may be wondering, what does Evoto have to do with this? But due to a lot of the things that they recently changed, it really helped tremendously when it came to editing these photos and putting it together. So I just wanted to give you a base on this. I'm actually kind of proud of this shoot. I recently did this. I think it came out pretty good, but like I said, thanks to Evoto for that. But we're gonna go ahead on, we're gonna jump into Evoto just so I can start showing you some of the things that I was able to take advantage of that helped me edit all of this to put this all together to look like this. Okay, so now that we are on Evoto, first I want to just give a thanks to everybody, because what you don't realize is Evoto actually listens to the community, and majority of all of their updates come from feedback. Okay, so I am a portrait photographer. I may not take photos of things that you do, and when you report it, you help it for all of us. And I really want to show y'all that real quick because a lot of people don't know this, but when you go to one of the photos that you have and you right click, you will see something that says provide feedback. Now, once you do this and drop this menu down, you can write everything. And what it does is it's not just giving them the words, it's also giving them the photo. So that way they will be able to train their AI to be able to take care of it better in the future. So if you are running into any issues, first and foremost, make sure you do that, and it gets it to their tech AI team to work on it. And then we get great updates like this. Now, this update has a lot of different things. I am going to focus on a few of those things. One being the body. Like, we always had a lot of good things for the face. The body stuff wasn't all that good. So what I'm going to do here really quick is I'm going to make some adjustments, and then I'm going to show you the body ones that I really like. So this is the face refinements. We're going to come on down here to the body, and then we're going to remove the body blemishes. Like, look how that just changes everything already. It's already looking good. But one of the things that they just brought, which I can really appreciate, is the even dodge and burn for the body skin. And as I told you guys on other Evoto videos, which if you haven't watched, please do, because I break down every single feature that they have. But when you think of even when it comes to Evoto and you see dodge and burn, like with the face, we have even and then we have scope. Even, think of it as micro dodge and burn. Okay, and what that's going to do is a lot of darker spots, it'll fill those in. A lot of lighter spots, it'll, darken those up to make it an even tone. Now, when we think of scope is global dodge and burn. So it's going to be more of kind of sort of contouring, if you know what I mean. Like, it's shaping the face by making the highlights lighter and the shadows darker. So we have this nice even on the body side now, and what it does is amazing. So look, we're going to go back down, and like you can see little dark areas right there. Basically what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of that. And the best thing about getting rid of stuff by dodging and burning is you keep all of the detail, because all you basically doing is lighting dark areas and darkening light areas, right? So we're going to come through with our frequency separation, and from there we have our legs going from looking like this to looking like that. And if you ask me, that is really good. And this is just a real quick thing. I'm going to show you how I finished editing it towards the end. But let's go back. Let's jump over here because I actually edited this photo in a previous version of Evoto. I took all of the edits off because I just want to show you exactly how this new body stuff is working. It makes my job so much easier, because before, I don't want to say the body stuff sucked, but you know, it's better now. And another thing too is we have way more things when it comes to facial wrinkles. Before, we just had the forehead wrinkles, but now we have 11 lines. We have this, I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce that, but either way it goes, these two are the new line removals that we have. You know what, let's play with it. Let's see what it does, because she really doesn't have any, you know, lines. But oh wait, I just learned something new. Okay, it looks good. I'm gonna keep it, but that's good to know. All right, cool. That's what that does. All right, let's get back to this body. So as you can see now, it's like colored this, like, what do you call it? Like the color isn't all corrected. So we're gonna come back again, get rid of body blemishes that I like to do. And before, this is all we really had, right? We could get rid of the body blemishes like this, but look how uneven all of that is. We're gonna come back down on over here to the body, and we're gonna do an even dodge and burn. Watch this. Look at that. Look, see, hold up. Before, after. This is the type of stuff that I like to see. And then I'm also gonna do some frequency separation, you know, which also lets us keep our detail. This is amazing, right? When it comes to body. Now, that's just the body. Let's get into one of the biggest features that I love, and the reason why you probably clicked the thumbnail. Now, this is how we had to take the photos, right? I took photo of the legs, I took photo of her holding the legs, and then after that, we took a photo of her, this miniature, you know, bit of her. Now, let me show you what Evoto has given us that helps so much when it comes to this. Of course, we can remove all of our distractions and everything, but when we come down over here to background changer, and I know you guys may be like, oh, well, why would I want to, you know, change the backdrop? It actually has way more benefits than you think. And the fact that they just do it really good. So you can add your own, but they have a lot now, right? They have a whole lot. And if you want to do like a fabric, you know, kind of like a cape backdrop, all of that, right? But let's just say we weren't feeling the red. We wanted a different red. You know, we didn't like that red. Let's say we go with this. Well, now you may ask, well, this doesn't look, you know, all that good. This doesn't look like what's going on. I don't see no shadows or anything. And that's the best part. So we have the ability now with this, right? We have the ability to either have our AI retain shadows, which keeps all of the shadows that was there before, that makes it look realistic, right? Or if we wanted to, and also you can play with the amount of this, right? And change the blend mode if you wanted it more soft light to be softer. But we can add shadows. Now we have 3 different options, but you still could tweak those settings as well. We have soft, hard, and we have drop. Now think of drop as if it's a very hard light and they're close to the wall, right? It's gonna look like that. Keep in mind, you get to play with it, change the opacity if you don't want it, you know, you can gradient it to make it fade out a little bit. You have hard and you have soft. That's soft. Why is this so helpful for what it was that I was going for? First, let me just show you this right quick. So we had that blur range. If we go gradient, we get to kind of make it fall off in distance like that, right? Now, the reason why is because I knew that I needed to take this to Photoshop to edit. And in order to do that, I needed it to be transparent. But I wanted to still keep a shadow, whether it was the original shadow or my own shadow, because I really suck at making shadows when it comes to this, which is why I really don't do a lot of stuff. And you might be thinking, well, it messed up on this part. Remember, every tab you are in, you will have this pencil for manual tuning. Once you click it, you can go ahead on right here. I'm taking away. So we add to do this, and that way we can bring it back. Okay, so if it's not getting it exactly how you want it to get, you can bring it back this way, and if you switch it, you can get rid of this. And usually I like to get rid of this first, because that way it's always easier to add it back. And I like how it keeps this mask right here, just so you know exactly. And it probably doesn't help that, you know, it's a red backdrop, but I'm pretty sure they probably have ways to change that color. If not, guess what, you can report it and they will listen. But, you know, go ahead on just a rough draft and get that. Now, with that being said, this is another thing that they brought as well, and it is hair, right? They brought some new things when it comes to hair. And let me show you what those new things are. Now, one thing that I personally like to do is I always like to do the hair part line. And what I feel like it does is, you know, I shoot a lot of people that wear wigs, and it doesn't look really natural to me. So when I push that up, what it does is it fills that in more to kind of make it look like it. Okay. But one thing that they brought is this smooth hair, right? I personally love the hair shine, because when I dodge and burn, I may dodge some parts like that and then burn some other parts. But let me just show you the smooth hair to see if maybe you like something like that effect that it gives. Do you see how that hair just went smooth, and then it also tames the frizzy hair, and you can, you know, control that as well, you know, if that's your thing. For me personally, for this photo, for this client, I wouldn't use it, but the hair shine is something that I can like get used to. Look at the hair, just pay attention to the hair. I absolutely love that. Then your white hair blackening, they had that already, and it's still in beta, so, you know, use it with your own discretion. Basically all of these like shiny white parts right there where the light hits, basically it just, you know, darkens it a bit. If you got gray hair, you know, try it out and see how it works for you. But one thing I really do like is I actually edited this photo before as well, just took everything off, but the hard part was getting some of this body edited, right? So let's just jump into that as well. We're gonna go with just the body blemishes. I'm gonna push that up like I usually do, and before, this is pretty much all that I would get, right? It would go from something like that to something like that, but because now we have this even dodge and burn when it comes to that, if we push this up, right, push that up, let's do some frequency separation on that, and then let's go ahead on and do some skin softening. Now I'll go from looking like this to something like that, which is incredible if you ask me. So this to this, and we didn't even touch the face yet. If we touch the face and go through everything with that, this video will be too long. Now keep in mind, these are all just simple edits, and pretty much the best thing about this too is, and I want to just show you, let's go ahead on and I think I already have something called legs for this, just to get it back to where we want to. Now, you know, we have the armpit stuff, which, you know, fix that. A lot of people don't realize this about Evoto. I don't understand how you look over this. You actually have a healing tool right here. So let's just say, oh, we don't want that line right there. We can touch this healing tool, and when we do that, we can just paint over that line to fix any area that you don't like. Some people don't realize that about Evoto. They think they only have to go with what Evoto provides with the AI, like it's no fine tuning, and it is. It's actually a lot. You actually even have a liquefy tool, but you have a clone stamp, a patch tool, and, you know, the liquefy. Oh, wait, let's save this first. I don't know if they call it liquefy. Oh, here it goes right here. Perfect. They do call it liquefy. And as you know what a liquefy tool is, it's just where you can make adjustments and push things where you want it to be, right? So you don't always have to go based on what the app has. You can, you know, push some of this in, and as you see, I'm just doing this real fast. but you can, you know, push it all in and, you know, do anything that you want to. It's not just AI, it is a full editing program. Okay, that doesn't look all that good, but either way it go, we're gonna exit that, let it go back to normal. Then after that, I basically just jumped into Photoshop. This was the first layer, as you saw, with the legs. After that, this was first layer. After that, I placed her right there. I took a mask and just got rid of that part so it looks like that, and then I placed her there. And do you see the shadows? Do you see the bottom shadows and how I was able to keep all of that to make it look as realistic as possible? Well, that was thanks to Evoto. So sorry that this video is kind of long. If there is any other thing, as I always tell you, that you are struggling with Evoto and that you want me to make a separate video on, please let me know. Until the next time, I'm Ryan Troy. Peace.